Here we have verse 2 of the 16th chapter of the Gospel of John. The introductory verse of this chapter was Jesus indicating to his disciples that he was, in a sense, giving them fair warning that while on the one hand they would enjoy the rich love, the quality of which emanates from God himself, at the same time they're being placed into hostile territory, and that as much as they might love one another, they're going to face an equal degree of hatred and hostility as the world around them mounts its assault against them. And of course, that's been the story in Christian history ever since, that there has been this hostility, of course, to the Christian movement. And so there's no surprise when we hear John describing it through the lips of Jesus here. And now this continues as Jesus begins to put some description as to the character of this hostility. So we begin with this word, which is aposunagogus. You'll notice, of course, it's a combination of the preposition apo, which means from, and synagoge, which means a synagogue. You'll notice here that it has the accusative plural ending, gus, which is actually being attached to what is a adjective here. This is an adjective that is going to be going along with the humas here, which is also, of course, in the accusative plural. And then the main verb that is at work is poiesusen. The future of poieo, I make or I do, it's the third person plural, future active indicative, so they will make or they will do. In this case, probably make is more the idea, make or do, either one. You can kind of idiomatically figure out what's going on, but they will make you, humas, the direct object of the verb, and then the adjective fits in here, agreeing with humas, aposunagogus, that is, out of the synagogue or from the synagogue. It's an idiomatic way of saying kicking you out of the synagogue is really the idea. So they'll put you out of the synagogue. And that's the notion. So Jesus is beginning to describe the details by which the hatred of this world is going to express itself. He continues with the strong conjunction, all Allah, but erketai, third person singular, present active indicative of erkomai, I come. So, but it comes. And then, of course, what comes here is the hora, which is the subject of that verb. So, but an hour comes. Hena, conjunction, will take the subjunctive. We find the subjunctive right here. And so we say, in order that, doxe, looks like doxa, glory, but actually it's from the Greek verb dokeo, which means to seem or to think. This is actually the subjunctive, so it's the third person singular, aorist active subjunctive. So, but the hour comes in which third person, it will think or it will seem. And then we ask, what's the subject of that? And of course, the subject is this little phrase that's stuck in here. So in order that pos, from pos upon, this is the nominative masculine singular. So every, in this case, ho, used with the definite article. So every one. Who is the idea? Everyone who, apoktenos. This is from apoteno, it means to kill. This is the aorist active participle. It's the masculine singular nominative, so it's agreeing with the nominative subject. Everyone who kills, and then the participle has an object, humas, you. So this is the subject then of this subjunctive verb. So in order that everyone who kills you thinks, is the idea, and of course it's in the subjunctive to go with hena, thinks latreia. This is latreion, it's a accusative here. It's the idea of performing service, especially religious service, latria. Idolatria, for example, religious service to an idol is the idea. So everyone who kills you thinks religious service, prospherain, this is from prosphero, to bring, combination of pros, to, and pharaoh, to ferry or to carry, and so thinks that he brings religious service, to, theo, that is the subject of, or the object of the infinitive here. the prospherein, so he thinks he brings service to God. And so that's the idea, that people who are going to be engaged in this malicious reaction to the work of God's servants are going to think they're actually serving God, very much as the Apostle Paul, of course, when he was Saul of Tarsus, thought he was serving God as he was hunting down Christian people and exposing them to the wrath of the Jewish religion at the time. So it is, once again, a quite accurate description of what was lying in the future of these who had aligned themselves with Jesus.